know when you try so hard to have an aesthetic and it just business. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kat and this is my art channel called Artsyfartsymagic, where I do art and sometimes a story every single week on hump days. My humps, my lovely lady lumps. Is that how it goes? This week I'm doing a watercolor painting. I don't do very much watercolor painting at all. I kept seeing these lips all over TikTok and I was like, I wonder how to paint those. I should have done a tutorial with colored pencils. I got rid of all of my colored pencils when I moved into my camper. I guess I'm just gonna have to go get some more. I tried to do it with watercolor. It wasn't the best idea, but this is what I came up with. I followed a tutorial. It was kind of like a challenge for me, so that's what we're going to be doing this week. And I also painted a galaxy behind it because you know how I love them galaxies. I like the space. I know there's aliens. Okay, I don't know if there's aliens. So let's get into this. I hope you like it. I hope you like it because I like doing it. Dope.
I like to begin with the lower lip, and we are drawing like two circles to set the form. Something like this and like this. Like very simple circles. Then for the upper lip we are drawing 5 circles. But what I like to do is I like to set the basic circle over here, then this one, and well, it's basically quite enough, but if you wanted to set like a proper form.
Okay, I do want to say right here is where I decided to add the lollipop. I didn't really want to follow exactly what the tutorial was saying, like my colors are different, so just be aware of that as the video goes along.
In drawing teeth, do very light sketching of it, and don't draw it like a square shape with the very sharp edges, because we don't have such teeth.
Okay, now I'm gonna pick my color palette because I don't have the same watercolors as the tutorial does. Also, I just did not want to pick those colors. They were just too natural for me. I wanted more of a red lip. So I picked these colors out.
Have like very nice eraser, as you can see. This is like a professional eraser for watercolors. It's very soft, and I'm going to wet my lips, avoiding any other areas.
So for this part, she goes pretty fast and it's pretty easy to follow for the most part. You just kind of have to go with the natural crease of the lips. So that part wasn't so hard for me. It wasn't until the teeth part is when I got really upset with myself. Example here.
Oh, this is probably the worst I've done on teeth in a very
The more lighter and whiter they seem to look like.
Okay, so I just decided to ignore the teeth part for now, and then I'd come back to it later because I was getting too frustrated about it. So my husband Tyler does this often. He comes up behind me and tries to look at the art, and sometimes he doesn't warn me, so he does freak me out sometimes. but other times he'll just offer me a snack if I'm in a bad mood. Example here.
Oh, that looks good. What?
I'm very stressed out about it.
Want a snack or a drink or anything?
I don't have anything. You like a little extra sweet, little flavor.
I'm using my favorite white gel from Jelly Roll. It's a Japanese brand. Okay, so highlights. You can add just a little bit of highlights. You can add a lot of highlights. Every single details like strokes and unevenness. You can add just a general form and add a bit of highlights.
So now at this rate, I'm so over the lips and I'm just ready to move on. So I'm trying to do this lollipop here, and I am not really looking at a picture. I'm just kind of thinking about what a lollipop looks like, and I didn't think about where the highlights should be, so I just kind of thought I'd wing it. Oh, just kidding. Now I'm doing highlights again because I'm OCD about those stupid highlights. I just want it to look so glossy like it does in the tutorial, and I could not make it look glossy because I didn't have the right materials. So I had a really thick white marker and it just didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. So I had to look up other ways to make it look kind of glossy, shiny. So I decided to add eventually some more marks on the top and bottom lip. But before I figured that out, I literally just kept messing with it for probably a good hour. Now, to be honest, this is my first time trying to draw something more hyper realistic. I guess I've tried other things, but not necessarily glossy lips. What have I tried? Hair? I've tried hyper realistic hair and skin, I guess, but not really, more like 3D. I just really enjoy how hyperrealism is basically an illusion, and I wanted to portray that onto eventually my art in the future. Anyways, so with this lollipop, I definitely just put some white marks on there. I eventually end up fixing it to make it look more like the lollipop is hitting a light, but I definitely winged it too much in the beginning. You'll definitely see me try to fix it by covering it up with more dark colors, but and I think I do eventually. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to, but I was still happy with the end result of the lollipop and the lips. I want to keep practicing that, but probably not with watercolor. Maybe with watercolor, maybe a different brush, I don't know. I think at this point now I'm almost happy with my results with the lips. I'm ready to move on to my galaxy, but first I have to paint my signature style, which is my drippy drip. I don't know why I love to do this with basically all of my paintings. It's just my thing. I don't know. Drip drip, drip drip. I love galaxies. They are my favorite thing to draw. It is my happy place. I know exactly what to do because there are no fucking rules, my dogs. You want to add green? Go ahead. Add green. You want to add pink? Go ahead. Add pink. Blue? Of course, my dog. Add some blue. Purple? Pff, pff. Add that too, you know? You can add whatever you want as long as you put black over it, and then it's a galaxy. And then you sprinkle some stars, put some, pizzazz on that, and it's a galaxy, bitch. So I decided to kind of make a circle behind the lips to make it a planet kind of thing, because I realized that the lips and lollipop weren't as big as I thought they were going to be, and it doesn't fill out the space of the paper very well. So I thought maybe adding a planet behind it, adding like a 3D effect, would look pretty cool. The one thing I hate about watercolor is waiting for the paint to dry. I feel like it takes forever. The paper that I use is meant for mixed media, which includes watercolor, but it isn't 100% only for watercolor. So I think that's why I had issues with the paper being warped and the tape kind of getting stuck to the paper at the end. You won't see this on video because my camera died at the last part, but I did end up kind of spray painting the edges of the paper with purple and pink spray paint because of the tape took off some of the paper. I was getting upset. I was like, I just did this for hours and all of my work is just ruined. So then Tyler helped me spray paint the edges and I think it looks really freaking cool. I just had a lot of fun with the Galaxy with this one, especially with the watercolors. There were so many fun colors to choose for this one. I have been talking about the meaning behind a lot of the art that I'm doing, and to be honest, this one was just a fun one, guys. There's no emotion behind it. I mean, besides happiness and joy that I was feeling while I was doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial challenge I did. If you guys liked the actual tutorial from the girl that I watched, I will link her tutorial in the description box. I'm gonna give her full credit for everything that she did. I don't own any of her videos. Anyways, this is the finished product. Hope you guys like it. Sure, that's it.
Okay, awesome. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that watercolor painting. If you want to see it, I will show you. This is what it looks like in a frame. I'm gonna try to get prints made of it. So if you watched my last video, I have this giraffe song and I came up with another verse. I have 2 verses, now there's a third. Yeah, it's about this drawing of a giraffe I did and I just started making like a stupid rap with it and it just kind of spiraled off from there. So we're gonna keep adding. So obviously we have to start from the top. So let's put up the picture of the giraffe right. Yeah, I'm drawing a giraffe. This ain't no cow. This ain't no cat. I thought of trees and berries, but I got motherfucking lazy and drew it born as Aries. Now this ain't riff rap. This ain't no poem. Yeah, I'm drawing a giraffe. Okay, maybe that wasn't that good, but hey, it's a work in progress. Anyways, like I always say, peace, love, and magic.
I love you like la 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 la.